Everyone.
Hello.
Should we sit up a bit?
Yeah.
I feel very low.
I feel very low.
It's just the setup the way it is.
Hello, people.
How you doing? It's Friday, December 20th.
Friday, December 20th. I'm freaking out.
5 days until Christmas. Darren and I have the last things that we need to wrap for getting gifts.
Then we get to start baking and enjoying the season.
Yeah, we'll have some fun with that. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually not bad around here.
I'm wearing my ugly sweater. Mine Disney.
It's a major award.
It's a major award. So that's my ugly sweater.
Dances with Goofy. Hello. Thank you for being here.
I'm going to sit up.
You said a bit far away. You know what? That's just because of the way the setup is here.
We'll try to get
We're
closer.
going to try and set that up a little differently for us here. So maybe we can do that. Does that help?
Is that closer? I think that's much better.
I hope that sounds better.
Yeah, just let us know.
Just let us know if that sounds a little better.
I feel like I have red spots on me. Oh. Camera does not make you flattering.
No, it doesn't. Okay, that is better. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
I brought the camera in a little closer. I'm not wearing a microphone, so we're just using the phone off the microphone. So hopefully that'll be okay for everyone. Welcome in, everyone. It is the daily dose right now. Let's see. Just so you know, the post office people. Yeah, you know what, Mike? I'll be honest with you. We just went to the mailbox and there was no package. So I'm not sure what's going on. We were right there. So I don't know what happened. I'm hoping that it gets there soon so that we can get it. Keep me posted though. Thank you, Mike. So let's go ahead and get started. There's a lot that happened in this day in history, and I got to get back to my desk to finish off a couple things. Hello, Pato.
Hi.
Mr. Dina the cat. Good to
Dina
see
the
you.
cat. What a name. What a name.
1908 on December 20th. Yeah, hey, Lothar. Oh my goodness. Been super busy remodeling an apartment suites. Wow. Alex Brunner. Hey, how you doing? Good to have you. Okay, so 1908, an actor by the name of Dennis Morgan was born. Only reason why I brought this up is because he was the first person to do the candlelight processional at Disneyland. And he happened to do it for many years. He did it until like 64.
I didn't know that.
Every year, I didn't realize that until I was doing the research. Every year he did it until 1964, and then he began in 1966. And then, of course, they use big stars now to do it. This year was Lin-Manuel Miranda at Disneyland.
Yeah, mine was, when I saw it in 1999 or 2000. It was,
Was it Mufasa?
no, it was not James Earl Jones. It was not Mufasa. It's grown up like.
He'll remember it. He'll definitely remember it. For me, the one that I remember was Robbie Benson in 1999. I went to Walt Disney World inside of Epcot.
Because if I waited the following day, it was going to be Marie Osmond. But we did on a Saturday, and the Sunday was Marie. So we got to do Bush Go On.
I can't believe 5 days until Christmas. So December 20th, 1946, Disney released another cartoon, of course, a Goofy cartoon. This one was called Double Dribble. This is when he teaches everyone how to play basketball.
Oh, Goofy cartoons. Like, I love when he learns how to drive. Back in the 90s, early 90s, I got a little traffic ticket. You know, when you're young, you just get a weird traffic ticket. We had to take traffic school. You know what my traffic school was? We had to watch the Goofy movie, that Goofy cartoon, Goofy Driving. I am not joking. That was our traffic school, of watching the Goofy cartoon.
That's awesome. I like that.
So I thought it was funny.
December 20th. Hello, Dougie. Mr. Walter Graham's here.
Europe? Why is he awake or giving us attention?
Well, it's about 11 o'clock over there. I think it's 11 p.m. out your way, Dougie, isn't it? I think so.
3 o'clock there in California.
I think it's an 8-hour difference between here and Greenwich.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Pam. She's
eating
dinner. Hi.
What are you eating?
Huh.
I need help for dinner.
We like attention. Thank you, Dina, the cat.
Cat. That's just.
Yeah, Dina, the cat. Pato, awesome to see you. He's usually up later. I'm hungry too. You know, I'm getting a little hungry myself. So let's see, 1968, December 20th, 1968, Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day was released.
Oh, wow.
Along with the film The Horse in the Gray Flannel Suit.
Yeah, it was released. I didn't know it was released with that.
Chicken and potatoes. That sounds good.
Chicken and potatoes.
I could get behind
Okay.
that. Definitely. Okay, 1971.
This is huge.
This is huge. First of all, Walt Disney World held their first holiday parade, the first parade ever. And it was performed twice for a couple of weeks,
Okay.
twice a day. And it featured toy soldiers, dancing reindeer, marching bands, and 50 Disney characters. But also on this day, Roy Disney, Walt's brother, passed away. He was 78 years old.
Wow.
And in doing the research, I did not know he had passed away from a cerebral hemorrhage.
Yeah, we all know how Walt passed away, but
Yeah.
we don't know his brother, who was only.
He had slipped into a coma earlier, and the cerebral hemorrhage, he just bled out.
I mean, he got the park open. I call Walt Disney World Roy's Park, even though it's Walt Disney World.
Well, his statue was there until
It is. It's Roy's Park. He got that thing barely open, and the park is not even open, not even.
Dougie, I think you're right. I think he was just holding on until the park opened.
I mean, because people said he wasn't really, he was kind of fragile or aging. He just looked really ill. Because he had medical problems and health problems when he was younger. That's how he got to go to California when he left Kansas. So, but wow, he barely saw Walt Disney World open, and look what he created.
Yeah. On this day in 1972, Disney released a movie called Snowball Express.
You talk about that movie a lot.
Yeah. It's Dean Jones stars in. I forget the character's name, but he leaves a job that he has in an office, and he goes to run a ski resort or a snow resort that his uncle left him.
Okay.
So
is it on Disney Plus? We don't know yet.
I have to check that out. I didn't have enough time to do the research to find out about that because there's so many things happening here at the office.
Yeah.
1974, Disney released Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2 and the film Island at the Top of the World.
All of the same.
Yeah. Double feature. Doug and I recently saw Island at the Top of the World, and we actually enjoyed it.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
It was a horrible movie, but it was done well for at the time, but it was really bad.
Oh, no, you're upset with Disney Plus. Oh, why? Why Dances with Goofy?
Why? How come?
Yeah, it's a good question. Why? How come?
Yeah. Is it like a billing thing, or?
I don't know, maybe. This day, 1979, it was the official day that The Black Hole was released in theaters in America.
Okay.
Yeah. Also on this day, in 1980, apparently if your account is compromised, changing your password won't kick anyone out. It's the only way to cancel your account. Start over. Oh, no.
You know, I can see I've had businesses being from the tech and the IT world. That's not uncommon, so don't get really too upset with Disney. I'm not sticking up for them. But that's just the way a lot of this authentication and trying to change things. They just want you to go away and start it back.
Netflix and Hulu are the same way.
Yeah, so it's not uncommon. It's a security safety reason. Don't blame Disney. Blame people who don't know how to behave and want to hack into your account.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have these problems. People would just keep themselves.
No, it's true. December 20th, 1980. On this day at Magic Kingdom, they started playing Mickey Mouse cartoons in what used to be home of the Mickey Mouse Review. Of course, that was then, you can choose to kick everyone out when you change the password. Oh, okay.
I guess there's more to it, so yeah.
But they started, it's called the Fantasy Theater. The Mickey Mouse Review was there as an animatronic show. It went to Japan.
Okay.
But on this day, they started showing Disney cartoons there in the theater. It was, it took them until like the 90s to do something like that when they finally replaced it with The Legend of the Lion King, which is a cute puppet show.
Yeah, it is.
It was great. I like that. In 1988, on this day, they held a ceremony at the train station at Magic Kingdom in Florida, where they announced that Delta would be the official airline of Walt Disney World.
No, it just doesn't matter. You just get whatever flight you can get online.
Yeah,
it's all about orbits.
There's no official airline.
No, it just doesn't matter.
Now, 3 years later, in 1991, the Disney Vacation Club, DVC, opened at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, I didn't get on it. We're not it. We want our mortgage anyway. How many people have DVC out there? Please put it in the comments.
Yeah, we don't have them ourselves, but.
No,
Yeah, the 3 Cup years are now over in Mexico. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's right. Oh, I wish. Jeff, yeah, I understand. We decided that we wanted a mortgage first.
Yeah, I think owning property and having it.
Hey, Dougie's a member of DVC.
Good.
That's right. You sell your points to other people, and then you get to stay for other things, including everything, tickets and food and everything is all paid for because of that investment that you have with DVC.
Oh, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong.
That's a great way of doing that.
I totally get the DVC. It's just us allocating money, how we're going to spend our money in. We have a mortgage. Sorry about that.
Got a phone call that came in. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
So 2002.
This is quick.
This is
Like
almost 2 years after the park opened.
Yeah.
Now, it started out as a Wolfgang Puck restaurant.
Yeah, it was in California Adventure. It was a fancy Wolfgang Puck restaurant, which was horribly expensive. Nobody was going to it. So this is when Disney freaked out and they had to do some really quick fixes right after 2001.
Yeah, because Wolfgang Puck pulled out.
Within like 6 months.
Yeah, after promises of so many people coming through the gates, they promised that so many people would be sitting at the restaurant and eating.
Because it was Wolfgang Puck, and he didn't get it.
It didn't happen. So he reneged on the contract because they did not hold up their end of the bargain to deliver people in the gates of the park.
Yeah, we got out in 6 months, nixed it, and then they put Ariel's Grotto, and it was an Ariel Little Mermaid thing for a bazillion years.
Yeah.
Till just recently, like last year.
And on this day, let's see, it was, let's see, the restaurant is now called
Lamplight.
Lamplight Lounge.
Still haven't gone, even though we've been down there enough. We've had a lot of timing issues and stuff like that.
Tony, Mr. Fantastic Chronicles, good to see you.
So we'll be haunting that and doing a video. It's just, when you're there, you only have so many places to eat and so much time.
So I definitely want to go to
We're definitely going.
I want to try it out, see what it's like.
We've been to the bar. We've had cocktails there on the pier, but we haven't gone into the restaurant.
December 20th, 2007. This one's a cool one. The Mark 7 monorail at Disneyland.
Oh, really? That's the new one. The one that decided not to put air conditioning in and it actually been a problem.
Yep, that's what happened.
How to design these? What they did is they took orange from Disneyland, tore it apart because they couldn't find any of the drawings. So they had to take a monorail apart and rebuild it by doing some modification, and it was all built in Canada.
Hey, Charlie.
But that's what happened with Disneyland's monorails, is that they had to take one apart and say, how did they do this? Because those monorails have been around forever.
Yeah.
And now they got new ones.
But on this day, they took one of the trains and they hoisted it up with a crane, a 75-foot tall crane. They put it on the rail.
I love monorails so much.
So it was on the beam. The first time, one of the new Mark 7 monorails. Actually, they're nice.
Yeah,
They're nice monorails. It's just that they're warm on a summer day.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you really don't need it.
No.
It doesn't get that hot in Southern California.
Well, our monorails in California or at Disneyland are not meant to move people around. It's more of an attraction. I mean, it gets people from the Disneyland Hotel to the inside the park.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different than Walt Disney World. Be right back.
Okay, Dougie, we'll see you soon.
Okay. Ciao.
And then on this day, if you saw my Twitter and you saw the Instagram and the thumbnail for this video, I did this very quickly. On this day in 2013, the movie Saving Mr. Banks was released in theaters.
Okay, we saw it that night or a couple of nights later because we turned around after we saw that, we saw Frozen.
Yeah.
So Frozen came out in November and Mr. Banks came out. That's when we saw it back in 2013.
Yeah.
This is a brilliant movie, by the way.
Oh, gosh.
Mr. Banks. I like Frozen, don't get me wrong, but Mr. Banks by far is a phenomenal movie.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. Ciao.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I love Mr. Banks.
We only saw it once in the theater. We haven't seen it again.
And then I got a little text message kind of thing from Disney Plus, and it's you still have to see it. Oh, Pato,
Yeah.
do yourself a favor, check it out. So go see Saving Mr. Banks. Go check it out on Disney Plus right now, because I know, if I'm not mistaken, it's on Disney Plus there in the Netherlands. So go check it out. 2019 on Disney Plus today, this film called Togo premieres. It tells the story of a sled dog named Togo who leads
Sandwiches.
The 1925 Serum Run, also known as the Great Race of Mercy. It stars William Dafoe.
When did this come out?
It starts today.
So it's a new movie.
It's a new movie that premiered on Disney Plus today.
Oh. Well, we also know what's happening with Disney, or not Disney Plus, but we all know what came out today. How many people saw it? No spoilers, but have you seen Star Wars?
Yeah,
That's the new hot thing right now.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. It premiered last night.
I know people who are waiting in line to see the premiere of the first one at 8 o'clock at the last night, and they got out. They didn't say anything, but how many people saw Star Wars last night or first thing this morning?
Okay, Trevor saw it.
Of course. I'm like, oh, we're gonna try to squeeze it in this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to hopefully see it on Sunday.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. The thing is, I know it's getting mixed reviews. I don't care. I want to see the whole thing through. I'm not gonna not go to the movies because a critic said, "Oh, it's a terrible film." Critics, truthfully, have not really liked many of the Star Wars films as it is.
No, I had a geek who is my networking group, and I said, you could tell me that, and he just was very generic and vague, and I'm like, okay, that's all I need to know.
Exactly, Pato. It's their opinion.
Yeah.
And of course, critics are just that, very critical.
They are. They're supposed to give it an objective way, but it's still very not subjective.
Oh, you want to see it twice before process? Okay, that's fair.
That is actually very common. Our bestest of friends in Flagstaff, Arizona, they generally see Star Wars about 3 times.
Oh, Cynthia, her brother's got a popcorn, a tin and a popcorn bucket.
Yeah, they have to. There's huge Star Wars, and generally when movies like that.
No problem, Cynthia. We're just about to wrap things up here for the day because I've come to the end of it. I want to thank my partner, my support channels. Oh, very good, Alex. I'd like to thank my support channels, D&G Explorers. Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're so
cool. If you didn't see it yet, they started Ben's video yesterday, Life with Ben.
And they never found the pickle.
They never did find the Christmas pickle in the Disney tree. And believe me, it's there. It is there.
That was one thing left out in the video when Ben finished it, is that they ended up not finding it. So, because there were it was quite fun. It was delightful. Everybody on YouTube is delightful. We can't help tell you.
Mike, I'll text you Doug's phone so you can call him. The reason why is because I need to finish my work at my desk. But yeah, definitely I'll give you Doug's number so you can call him.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and thank also Two Real Geeks. They dropped a video about their
doggy.
Leia went to go see Santa last night.
Not scared of Santa. Love Santa. That's weird, but I think it's amazing that the Aunt Doggy knows of Santa.
And then Rob Buzz. Buzz, he had his last live stream of the year earlier this week.
Me.
Yeah, he loves to tease Doug.
I'm like his chew toy.
But man, it was a fun hangout on Tuesday night, I believe it was. So everyone, that's about it. Those are our support channels. And by the way, thanks to Dean of thelifeplace.com. He does a great job of letting us know what's happening in our realm, as well as letting us know about other channels that are out there. He has over 75 channels that he advertises now. So go check him out, thelifeplace.com, and Dean has a whole listing of what shows are coming up. So Mar, be careful on that stepladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dean is awesome, Charlie.
Dean is good
totally agree.
Good people.
So everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Daily Dose. I'm going to try my best to keep it on schedule for the rest of the season. I will be on vacation now until the New Year, so we'll try and keep things.
We're gonna, with Christmas and New Year's and everything coming and people coming and going.
Yeah.
It's gonna probably be all over the map. But
in the event that you want to make sure that you check out the Daily Dose, make sure that you've got that bell rung with the subscribe button. That'll let you know when we go live every day. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Daily Dose. And yes, Mark, you do need to say Saving Mr. Banks.
Good.
It is a good film.
Okay.
Everyone, have a magical evening and have a great big beautiful tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. Bye now.